Oh, let's go to Lucas. He's a Liverpool fan, right, Lucas?
Lucas Aid.
Hey lads, how are we?
I'm good, mate. How are you? First time caller. Appreciate you phoning up.
Yeah, first time. My dad's done it before, but yeah, just heading back home now since the game, so I thought I'd call up.
What did you make it? What was the tackle like? Because a friend of mine, he goes to all the games and he texted me and was like, was it a red? And I was like, yeah, it's a terrible tackle, but did it look like a red in the ground?
Yeah, so immediately everyone knew it was a bad tackle. You can't really tell from up in the crowd, obviously, but you can tell there's some force behind it. But so there was a bit of reaction there. But then at half time, everyone saw it on the screen. Yeah, and it's such an obvious red. I don't get how VAR are looking at it and saying it's a red.
They did look at it and they chose to go with the on-field decision. I mean, I don't
know why they're not changing their minds though. It happens so often with VAR. They go to it and they just don't make the right decision. I don't understand how it keeps happening.
The amount of times that VAR get involved when they don't need to get involved over the the minute things, you go, why are you getting involved in that? Just go with the on-field decision. That one there, I mean, that is literally, what is the point in VAR? What is the point when a tackle goes like, in like that? And, people can say, oh yeah, it's a good old school tackle. Well, we ain't in old school football no more. It's the modern day. It's a leg breaker. It's a terrible tackle. It's a straight red card. He goes right through him.
It is shocking. The way I look at it, I don't mind a good tackle. If it's a good tackle, a bit of follow through, it's fine. But the way I look at it, McAllister literally could have broken his leg from it, and he was down for about 5 minutes afterwards in agony. And look for that. I just do not get how you can look at it and not give a red card. No. Give a red card or send him to the screen.
Lucas, I couldn't disagree more, mate. In the office, everyone was the same opinion. We're just waiting for VAR to do its thing, step in. And we saw an incident at the weekend where I felt that Matoma brings down Anderson, and I think it's a penalty. You can have a debate with you thinking, but refs give it. Then VAR gets involved. Not to get involved in this is a travesty. And I have to say, I think VAR has a place in the game. And I really genuinely feel that. But my argument is absolutely, completely watered down when you see an incident like this. I've got no defence. So it's terrible that VAR has not stepped in. They're the challenges that VAR has been brought in for. The ones where the referee misses. He sees it's a foul, but to go through with that false, he's gone to do in there, Tarkowski. I know for a fact, I know exactly what he's done. I've made those challenges. I know exactly what he's thinking. He's gone to hurt him. He's gone to do him. And he's a lucky boy, McAllister.
Yeah, you could tell there was intent. You could definitely tell there was intent. You've got his derby. You're fair enough to go in like that, but a challenge like that, you've just got to be sent off.
Yeah. Well, look, you win the game. That's all that matters in the end, really. It wasn't a great performance. I thought Everton actually played all right, to be fair. They had some chances. Beto should score. But look, Liverpool, like you've done all season, found a way to win. Yeah,
that's what I mean. This stage of the season, it's a derby. Derby, at the end of the day, you just want to get 3 points. And we have done that. I don't know who that Callum Muppet was coming on before saying that it's a boring performance. Second half was an entertaining game.
No, he was having a pop at me.
In a derby, it doesn't matter. We've won the game.
I think he was having a dig at me, Lucas. I don't think he was saying it's boring. I think he was having a pop at me, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly on something, I think. But,
Just on that, thanks for the call, Lucas. Just on that, the two incidents we're talking about, Matoma, the foul on Anderson, Forest get through, so it's now not a topic of conversation that's as big as it should be. Tonight, we look at the decision not to send Tarkowski off. Yeah. The reason it's not going to be right at the very back pages is because the result went for Forest and Liverpool. What's going to happen is you're going to have one of these again where it's a howler, and I think that tonight's is a howler.
To be fair, I'm just watching up there, Tarkowski, fair play. He goes up to McAllister after
the game. He knows
what
he's doing, mate.
He apologises.
Fair enough. Do you know what? I don't have the problem with what Tarkowski's done, because out there he's in battle and he's gone to win the ball and his head's gone. And in that particular way, he's expecting a red, mate.
Yeah. No, he knows he's got away with it.
He's expecting a red.
Yeah.
Don't disappoint him.
Yeah, no, I agree. Let's go to Tony. He's a Liverpool fan. Right, Tone?
Tone?
Tony? Tone? Tone?
Hello?
Tone?
Tone?
He's here. He's there. He can hear us. Go on, Tone.
He's on the delay, isn't he? All right, Tone, we'll come back to you. Let's go to Finley. He's an Ipswich fan. All right, Finn?
All right.
Finley, how are you?
Good, yeah, good. I think the win today has done as well as boosted confidence in the team for the weekend.
Massive result. I mean, look, we watched Wolves yesterday. They win. Manager was celebrating like it was job done, but it isn't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's done. I think there's still life back in the team. Wolves, they've got to still stay switched on. Otherwise, they could be in trouble.
Yeah. I thought you played well tonight. It's a big result against Bournemouth away from home. They fell off a cliff, Bournemouth.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've got Wolves at home this weekend, and I think that'll be a good game to watch for any fan, really.
It's bumper.
Well, win that game is 6 points.
Sorry, have you got a radio?
Yeah.
You got your radio on?
What are you listening to?
Finley.
Yeah, they've got you on. Meathead, turn it down.
Meathead.
Who's Meathead?
Who's Meathead? You talking to me?
He's the driver.
The driver. Tell the driver to turn the radio down.
Can we speak to Meathead?
Turn it down.
What are you on?
Right.
What are you on, the coach? What are you on, a bus?
No, we're on a minibus. We've got about 10 of us in it.
Right.
Who give Meathead?
Yeah, he's the driver.
So is he the designated driver, or have you paid for him as he's the driver for away games? Is that what it is?
No, yeah, he's a designated driver. Every away he just drives us there.
Does he watch the game?
Yeah, he comes. He's a Ipswich fan, but he just drives every game.
So he just drives every game, right? Okay. Can you put it on loudspeaker so we can speak to him?
Yeah, Meathead, they want to speak to you.
Meathead. My pals used to call me. All right, Meathead.
Hello.
Meathead.
Oi.
How are you?
Yeah, not bad yourself?
Yeah, you driving the boys home?
Yeah, driving them.
Yeah. What they like? Any good bunch? All right, let's go to Paul, who's a Man City fan. Paul.
Right, Paul.
Hi, you alright?
Right, P-Dog.
Not bad, you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Grealish back on the score sheet. Happy days.
Yeah, it's good for the first time in 18 months. Get a few people off his back.
Yeah, I know. He needed a performance.
No one to see it.
Yeah.
He did need a performance.
The problem was he scored in the second minute, and then no one turned up for 9 minutes.
No one did, because protesting against all the tickets for people who just shouldn't be there.
Yeah, no, but it was only half the ground did it.
Yeah, I mean, because only half the ground have actually properly got tickets.
Isn't it normally like that, though?
Nah, it's not normally like that.
I'm only joking. I'm only messing.
I missed that.
I'm only messing.
Looked quite full, to be honest, compared to what it normally is.
Yeah, it's normally quite full, isn't it?
Go on then. So you get yourself back to winning ways. I mean, top four is the ultimate aim.
Yeah, top four in the FA Cup for nice, and obviously a win on Sunday against United is always decent as well.
Yeah, you got that.
So it's what we're aiming for.
Manchester Derby, isn't it? Yeah.
The Manchester Derby, and they got FA Cup as well.
FA Cup. Yep, got that.
Yeah.
If you get top four and win the FA Cup, you'd say after a disaster season, you'd do all right.
Yeah, the season we had hasn't been great, but obviously with the standards we've set being so high, then anything apart from winning the league is seen as a bad season for City. But
How old are you?
at the end of the day, if you get a trophy in top four for any club, that's decent.
Paul, how old are you?
21.
Yeah, see, Paul kind of only hears the bad days, doesn't he? Only hears about the bad days, like when third tier of English football. You don't really know what it feels like. You're one of these fans that are lucky enough to see absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen everything. I've heard about it off my dad, and he's told me about the days we'd celebrate a throw-in. So I've seen some pretty good times, and don't get me wrong, it's not been fantastic this season, but it's a far cry from what we were, and we're actually, we're still in an alright position. We've got a few signings hopefully to come in the summer. Obviously, a lot of players to come back from injuries: Stoneses, Haalands, Rodri's. Yeah. I think, and give it a couple of years, I think we'll be back to top of the league, back to dominance as we have been.
Do you know who Paul Dickov is?
I do know Paul Dickov.
There you go. Okay, that you passed the test. That's fine.
That's right.
That's fine. Passed the test.
Sean Goater?
Yeah, I've heard of Sean Goater, yeah.
Okay, Stephen Ireland?
Oh, that's good.
Easy.
Uzi. Come on.
I know Stephen Ireland. Great player.
Paul Power.
Who?
Paul Power.
Paul Power.
Going back a long way now. Joe Corrigan.
Who?
Joe Corrigan.
No, everyone knows Joe Corrigan, don't they?
He don't.
He's a good keeper, Joe Corrigan.
Well, there you go. See that pass.
See, Paul, he might be 21, but he knows his history.
You'll do for me, Peter.
He knows his stuff. All right. Paul, you're a star, mate.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.